Communication is one of the most important things you need to do and have in a relationship because without any sort of communication, the relationship and the dynamic it will shatter into pieces. It can literally make and break your relationship. I've been asked, recently a lot of the young men at work be asking me like, "Hey, what is like to who been married since you've been married going on 3 years, et cetera, et cetera. Like, what is like one of the most important things in a relationship, in a marriage per se? And uh, communication is one thing. Well, it's well, me personally, I really do believe it is like the most important thing because like with your partner, when you are married, you are going to be with the person until the day you die. Now, I know some people will have divorce and say etc., but that's not even part of the actual lesson for today. It's just I'm just saying that because things do happen, but like when you actually are doing a very important like move as far as like you are buying things for the family or you want to go do going back when you when you're trying to go back to school or when you're trying to go purchase a new vehicle, a new house, etc., etc. You need to have your partner in crime to actually be there to actually be on the same accord because if you don't, like the whole dynamic, it just fall into pieces. And it also goes to show when you actually want something, you have to communicate with your partner because like I'm not gonna say it's all females, but like a lot of females will try to like assume or want the man to read their mind. And sorry, ladies, like men can read your mind. So you have to verbally say things of what you actually want and then what you need to actually get things of what you actually want. And that also goes to men. You can't just have your woman pick up certain keys or certain like like emotions whatever to have her understand that you actually are upset or you actually want or need something because like again females can't read minds, men can't read the minds. So verbally speaking to your partner and everything, it's going to help out the whole dynamic. And that's where I had to learn personally in my relationship because like for the longest time I've always had felt like holding my emotions or not saying things or what I actually want is better for everyone else because I've always was focusing on what other people want and need, and I never really had to focus on what I want, as an older sibling and such, because I never really cared what happens to me as long as everyone else around me is straight. But then as soon as I got older, I had to realize like, golly, like this is not the way. Like this isn't how life is supposed to be. Life is supposed to be, communicating and bonding and living and loving. And um, it almost cost my marriage. It almost cost my life. Even before my marriage because I did not communicate because I thought it was just a sign of weakness. Just talk about like my feelings and whatnot, and then like it can really lead into destruction. And not a lot of people in general don't really understand or don't really know the value of like communication because like without communication nothing can actually run as far as like businesses, as far as like the food market, et cetera, because like the communication is key to everything. Like how can you expect to actually know where to go if you don't even say anything? It's like almost like you just walk in a room blind and you don't know where when you don't know what everything is at. You will just like assuming that hey, I'm gonna go over there because I think that's how it's supposed. No, no. There's nothing wrong for you asking questions. There's nothing wrong for you getting any help because like that's part of the growth and that's part of you actually just like learning and such. And it makes you a better person. And me personally, like as soon as I've actually been more open and been more communicating towards my wife, everything has been like better as far as like my peace is at ease. I'm not as angry as I usually get because like talking to my wife, she's my safe haven. She is my my rock when it comes to like my sanity and peace, because like coming from work, um I needed it to calm me down, because it's just like, because being angry all the time, it will lead into, again, it will lead into destruction. And again, like it really amazes me. Well, I shouldn't say amaze me, because like a lot of folks believe that they have everything handled by the age of like 20 something years old. But no, that isn't the case. But like the communication can help you out in a long run. Yeah, I did expect this video to be very very short, but I just want to actually like share a little token on that though, for real. But yeah, communication is key, because if you don't have communication, nothing can function and nothing can run.